Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is the Friday edition of LG's House. Welcome in here. Have a seat on the casting couch, and we'll get started. Joining me today is none other than my good longtime friend. We've known each other for decades, Mr. Gary Snyder.
Yeah, a.k.a. the hot mess, the colon credential man.
Are you wearing your credentials?
You know,
Still?
I don't, but
Okay.
But I do have my dick. Check it
Yeah,
out.
put that away.
Small things. Yeah, but
Uh,
I like this.
Rumor has it they wrote that song about you. Yeah.
Well, you know, it's a gift and a curse, I guess. I don't know. Break that down, whatever way you want to break it down. But I like that you stuck me in this dirty alley.
I didn't want you in the house because you kind of stink sometimes. So I was like, I'm gonna just throw you outside of the house in the backyard.
I've been told that before. So but see, this is my space. Is like I love being in putrid, alleys
And stuff.
This is
You did take us on a tour through Piss Alley in Tokyo a few months ago. Yeah,
that area was pretty badass.
it's great. They changed the name. It's no longer called Piss Alley. It's called Memory Lane. I don't know if that's a good change.
I don't think so, man. I like Piss Alley. Okay,
Yeah.
why was it called Piss Alley in the first place?
Because
actually?
during World War II, all the Japanese soldiers would go there and get freaking hammered and piss in the alley. So it was called Piss Alley. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Piss Alley.
I like it better. Yeah, it's definitely not a good change at all. No.
Well, I do remember when you were walking around with your camera, there was a lot of hostility. They did not want to get filmed.
No, and it's still like that. I was just there in December, and you should have seen all the stupid influencers that were literally ignoring. There'd be a sign right there that says no video, no photos, and all of them are there recording, pointing at the people, and they're like holding up their menus, blocking their faces, and they're still filming. I'm like, what? Have some respect, man.
Well, that's the thing about so-called influencers is that they have no respect because they're so driven by ego, money, narcissism, whatever you want to call it, is just negative. And I think we all agree as a collective community that they all suck and fuck them. So yeah, you got to pay respect, man, because like once we felt that, because we're not filming for anything. We're just on vacation having a fun time.
Yeah. We didn't have a purpose. I mean, we were filming. We were part of the assholes filming stuff. But we respected when they were like, no, don't film here. We did not film. Like, I'm not going to pull my camera out.
Yeah.
If I am, I'm going to patronize your restaurant. Then I'll ask, do you mind if I take some pictures after I'm already a buying customer?
Till this day, okay, I obviously don't get kicked out of like restaurants like all the time. But this
not anymore. Right?
Not anymore.
You've cleaned up
since I cleaned up just a little bit.
I mean, since you went through rehab and all that.
Oh well, yeah. Fuck rehab. That's for quitters.
Yes.
Yeah. But
my brother had a shirt that's.
That's probably
where you saw it. Right?
God, I love your brother. But the nicest that I've ever been kicked out of a restaurant was in Japan with you. When we walked into that one restaurant, we wanted to check it out, but because we didn't speak. Japanese, like they were so polite about saying, no, I'm not gonna. Yeah, they kept doing that. And I was like, oh yeah, I know, like wrestling the X generation or suck it or whatever. But they're like, no, that.
Like, but they apologize. So sorry. No English because so sorry. Yeah. Please leave. Leave.
It was
all right, I'm out.
It was so nice and respectful. I was like, you damn right. Like I kicked myself out. Like
I understand though, but like it was confusing at first because I wasn't expecting it, but it happens all the time now.
It happens all the time.
But we just went 2 doors down and found a place that was like, welcome. You don't speak the language, but come on in, take your shoes off.
But that's when we were trying to do, this is when Google Translate first came out, where you have the camera and then translates.
Yes, the live translate with the camera where you point it at the foreign language and then it just updates everything. So you can point the camera at a menu and it'll translate the whole menu into English and then you could screenshot it. It didn't work very well on our first trip in 2017? 18 maybe?
Well, what was funny about that was we're trying to use that and it wasn't working. It was all glitchy.
It didn't work well at all.
So we're like, you know what? Like at this point, like let's just order. So we just order something and this big jawbone comes out and we're like, what the? Like
I thought it was a rib.
Me too.
I thought it was a rib bone.
Yeah, and we had to look it up. We're like, what did we just order? It was a slither of meat, and there was like still teeth on it. So we knew it was a jawbone.
And
We're
they
like,
were weird looking teeth too. They weren't like normal teeth.
So it ended up being a giant tuna.
It was a tuna jaw.
Yeah,
yes.
tuna
It was
jaw.
a tuna jaw. What's funny is though, like we were struggling with the menu and the Google Translate and trying to figure out what the hell this jaw is. And the waitress comes up to us, and in fluent English, she's like, "Y'all want to know what that is?" I was like,
We're like, what?
"We're like, what? You speak English?" He's like,
man.
"Yeah." I was like, "Damn it, we're struggling." It's like, "Well, y'all didn't say nothing." Like,
I can't believe I spent like $40 on a jawbone, and it sucked. Like,
no, it was good. I liked it.
I don't remember. I remember it just being dry. I don't know. I didn't like it.
Okay. So I've actually had that 2 times in Japan since that time because I knew what it was then. And it's actually a delicacy at a lot of the sushi restaurants there to get the grilled tuna jaw. And it's freaking good, dude.
Man,
it's
I don't know.
really good.
I mean, maybe I'll have that wrapped up in something else, but all I know is that when I leave a restaurant and I'm like, you know what, I can just go for a burger and fries, I feel like, and that's not the restaurant's fault. That's my fault. Like, I need to know what the hell's going on. I need to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be that American, like,
Well, yeah, burgers are always, good
But you know
choice.
what I mean? I want something. I'm not satisfied with, like, I didn't get full. But again, that's not their fault. That's my fault. Like, I need to, pay a little more respect and understand the language a little bit. But I suck at English, and I'm not going to learn Spanish because I suck. And yeah.
That's crazy. Apparently today is all Japan talk because I was on the Area 210 podcast earlier today, filling in for the great Mike Jimenez. Shout out to Joe Garcia producing that show today. And we got into Japan talk on that show as well. So it's like, what the hell is going on here?
I guess this is the day of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm glad you brought up burgers because that's a perfect segue, as we say in the industry, onto our next segment, which is tomorrow is the official start of SA Burger Week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. That's pretty specific, but hell yeah, I'll take that.
Yep.
Can't go wrong with that.
No, not at all. And it's sponsored by the SA Current and the San Antonio Food Bank. And so basically a bunch of restaurants in the San Antonio area, burger places or places that serve burgers, are going to put together a special menu. And if you order a burger off that menu, all the benefits are going to go to the San Antonio Food Bank. So from today, 1 week from tomorrow, you can go out to several different places and order these special burgers to donate to the San Antonio Food Bank. And there's a lot of places participating. Let me bring up my screen share real quick so you can kind of see what's going on here.
Oh my God. I just feel like getting involved in the burger business is like, man, that's just like super competitive to like stand
very
out.
competitive. Yeah.
Super competitive.
And then there's no burgers that are cheap anymore.
Man, they're so expensive.
Burger and fries are going to cost you minimum $15 if you're
Easily.
going to a place that's not fast food.
Easily.
And even fast food is up there.
Well, it's kind of crazy because throughout the years, I don't know, with like Whataburger, I feel like there's something slightly different with it now. I don't know.
They sold out, man. They sold out to some conglomerate in Chicago, and they don't season their patties anymore. It's gone downhill. This has been a hot topic over the last few years ever since they got sold out. Whataburger's trash.
Yeah, man.
Whataburger is not good anymore.
I can't argue against it because I've been disappointed. I spent $7 just on a burger because I'm just, it's rough times. I'm just trying to, have a burger, and I'm just disappointed. I'd rather go to these spots over here that I see because they look legit. Some of them I've been to.
So let's just briefly go over some of these. Chicago Bite.
Okay.
Ever heard of it? I've never heard of it. If you guys are in here in the chat, shout out to the people who are listening. We're broadcasting live on YouTube on my channel at DJLG210, as well as broadcasting live on Twitch. Shout out to our Twitches. What's up, Twitches? Bandit. We're looking at number 2 right here on the grid. Bandit Texas Barbecue and Burgers. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
Never heard of it.
No, I have not.
All right. Benji's Munch.
Benji's Munch. I've seen the porn. It's a really good one. Yeah, that's a really good one. Hey, and just FYI, my screen went to our screensaver. I need a password to enter in this thing. So I know you don't want to say this online.
I'm gonna text it to you right now. Actually,
Sweet. Now
yeah,
I
you
can,
got
now I
your
can
phone.
blackmail
Yeah.
you.
Sorry, we're using the captain's laptop. Thank you, Captain, for allowing us to use your laptop.
I've been kicked off.
I need to turn that screensaver off.
It's a pretty cool one. What is it? I don't know. Marvel or something.
Yep. I just texted you the password, by the way. Hopefully it didn't screen share to the masses right
No,
now.
I
but
think you're good.
yeah, I should be good.
Coming in hot right now.
So the third one on the list is Benji's Munch, which you made a joke about. But I've actually been to this place, and they have, I would say, one of the top 5 burgers in San Antonio.
Okay.
Not bad at all. It's a family-owned business. They have a food truck, and then I believe they're at Hops and Hounds downtown. They have a food truck there, but they have a brick-and-mortar location off Bitters Road, and that's the one I go to all the time. They actually have like a Subway punch card. So like you go in there and they punch your card, and I guess if you buy 10 burgers, you get one free or something like that.
I just think that's awesome marketing. Anytime
It's
there's a
great.
punch card, yeah.
You got to have a reward system. And F like the reward systems that's tied to your phone number. Give me a punch card. Give me some stamps like they did at Subway. I hate where they're like, "Hey, you want to join our reward system? You just need to give us your phone number and your email and opt in." I'm like, "No."
All right,
that.
your password's not working. FYI.
Are you serious?
I tried different things. I tried to add.
Oh, make that spell what it's supposed to spell. It's like Pablo.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Gotcha.
I left out one letter there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And now the hackers are in our accounts, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
cool.
I
Sweet.
forgot one letter there. Sorry about
That's
that.
it. No, you're good.
Yeah.
Bro. You're good.
It's all good. You can fly blind. You don't need to see me
I want to, though.
or yourself.
I want to. I'm into myself.
Bombay Bicycle Club.
Okay, I've been there before.
I've been there before, and I have had their burger. It's decent.
It's
I wouldn't say it's like spectacular. Or anything.
decent. Yeah.
I can't even read this person's logo. They need to go back to design school, so I'm going to click on it.
What does that say?
Burgattis. Oh,
Burgattis.
yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Burgattis.
What type
is
of
it
car?
is it like a New Jersey burger? I have no idea. Anyway, never heard of it. Burger Boy. This, according to a lot of people in San Antonio, Burger Boy is the new Whataburger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beats out Whataburger.
My cousin is like a regional manager of Burger Boy, so I'm gonna.
I'd say the burgers are decent. Better than Whataburger
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Their milkshakes are unbelievable.
They do the job. So cool, but
All right. I don't want to.
biased, but
There's way too many to go through here, but let's just.
But I do like Sam's Burger Joint.
Got you. I love Sam's Burger Joint. It's a good burger. I won't say it's like up there,
Yeah.
but it's what to expect, and it is quality. I wouldn't say it's gourmet or anything, but it's like just like a greasy burger.
But I've seen a lot of really cool like punk rock shows at that venue.
Oh, their music venue is great.
It's really really great. Yeah.
Music venue is great. Cheesy Jane's, don't like their burgers. They have great shakes. Chris Madrid's, way too much cheese, but that's their bit.
See,
they
that's-
just cover it in cheese.
But that's the hot take. See, it was good in our 20s, but 30 plus, nah, like I'm not trying
It's
to
just a
have that.
waste, man.
I'm gonna have to get another colonoscopy, after that cheese settles in my colon.
Well, your credentials are going to get invalidated if you
Yeah.
eat too many of those.
Yeah, I can't do that cheese.
Cover 3, I've heard about it. Little Woodrow's, I don't know if I would accept that. Longhorn Cafe used to be the shit back in the day when they had one location on Blanco Road, and it was like the only business on the road towards 1604. There was nothing developed there back in the day. And here's a story. I walked into Longhorn Cafe one day. This must have been like 2000. I would say 2000. And go in there. They had like this playground in the back, a bunch of rabbits and stuff, like rabbit cages and running around. And in the back, sitting back there at like one of the tables by the rabbits, like a bunch of rabbits are around this guy, is Tim Duncan.
Okay, that's really random.
He's just sitting there eating a burger, and there's like 5 rabbits just like surrounding his table. And nobody, like, obviously people are like, that's Tim Duncan, that's Tim Duncan. Nobody's bothering him. He's just chilling
awesome.
with a bunch of rabbits by himself eating a Longhorn Cafe burger and fries.
That'd be crazy if all the rabbits were dead and it was just like some real twisted story. But yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I'll take that story too. They're alive.
Apparently they don't have the rabbits anymore because health code.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of weird that there was rabbits there in
it
the first
was-
place, man. Because I know in like Japan, let's go back to it.
Well,
they have these like petting
cafes.
like,
Yeah.
petting cafes,
Yeah.
which I think is freaking amazing. But
That's a little weird, but
Yeah,
Japan is weird altogether.
I think we're all a little weird.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Let's moving right along. Mark's Outing, great burgers. They're huge. I was just there during the Valero Alamo Bowl. We did a pregame party at Mark's Outing. Good place.
All right.
Never been to Pullman. I don't know what the hell this says here. SA Texas. Clicking on it and the link is not working.
Okay.
S.A. Frederick's Burgers. Oh, there's an original name right there. Hey, patty mount's only $12.
Hey, it looks greasy and good to me. I'll take it.
Doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had some good burgers, man. I mean, I don't know. It's rare that I bite into a burger. I'm like, oh, this sucks. I mean, normally it's a good experience, I guess. And I understand, yes, you can fuck up a burger. I'm not a burger expert, but
Well, burgers can be messed up.
I mean, anything could pretty much get messed up.
You know, one of the best burgers I ever had was in Quebec City in Canada. It was a French style burger. I don't know what that even means, but it was freaking delicious. Dogfather is on here. Shout out to the captain, one of the co-founders of the Dogfather, who hosted the show with me yesterday.
Oh yeah.
The Dogfather normally serves up hot dogs. They have 2 locations. One's on San Pedro, and they got the new one, which is right on Nacogdoches Road. And apparently they got a burger because they're a part of Burger Week. So I may have to hit the captain up, tell him to hook me up.
I'm going to hit up that festival. That sounds like I'm cool with festivals like that.
Well, this ain't a festival. This is just like restaurants participating to donate to the food bank.
Oh, so you go to each restaurant.
Yeah, you got to go to the it's SA Burger Week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking like the hot sauce festival where, there's booths and things like
Yeah.
that,
This one's not an actual festival. It's just individual businesses participating to help out the SA Food Bank.
Well,
it's
cool.
a good cause.
More
so.
power to them.
Yeah. Speaking of festivals, though, this weekend on Saturday. Oh, you can see my notes now. I'm going to just go ahead and get out of there.
Porn search.
Busted. Oh, man, my social security number's on here.
Little people.
Damn it. There is midget wrestling happening this weekend. I forgot where, but I did see it on one of the calendars.
No, that shit's fun. I've been to a wrestling event, but I highly recommend it. It's so much fun.
Wrestling's in town, by the way. But first of all, the festival. There is a Guayabera festival happening on Saturday at Travis Park. Do you know what a Guayabera is?
No, but I feel like I have to put in my Mexican card. Like,
yeah, it's been revoked because you don't know what a Guayabera is.
Well, that's the shirts, right? Like
this is a Guayabera, yes.
Oh yeah,
the shirts with the design that goes down vertically right there. Oh, Amazon fashion,
dude, those look cool.
Oh, this one's nice.
I think it
oh,
looks
this is a Cuban Guayabera. Ooh.
Okay, so is the origin from Cuba? Because I thought it was more of a Cuban thing, but I have seen.
We're about to go Joe Rogan and just like search Guayabera here. Here we go. We got a Wikipedia article. The Guayabera is a men's summer shirt worn outside the trousers, blah, 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 blah. Popular in Mexico, Central America, and the Caribbean, especially Cuba.
I love how like they have like 6 pockets, you know what I mean? Where you could put literally a 6-pack of beer in each one of those pockets. I think it makes like logistically sense if you're a beer drinker. Or at least I've seen some with like pockets on it.
I've never worn one. Never.
Yeah.
Have you?
No, never have. But I've seen them around now that I'm looking at these images. I just didn't know the name. Like I don't know the name. I don't know the style. But I
so
think
apparently
cool
there's a festival of it going on at Travis Park. So if you want to see a shit ton of Guayaberas,
hell yeah,
head on down to old Travis Park. Also, WrestleMania is apparently in town. You mentioned wrestling.
Yeah,
not midget wrestling, but real wrestling. Well, fake real wrestling is in town.
Yeah, my brother's a big like wrestling fan. So every time he literally watches it every day. There's some wrestling event happening, whether it's like Monday Raw or it doesn't have to be like WWE. It could be like another thing, but he's just so into it. So yeah, this is like the Super Bowl, obviously, for him. So we're gonna be hanging out tomorrow. I think like cooking it up, and we're gonna make an event in the day of it because yeah, that's his day, man. Like, and he knows all the plots. He'll explain to me. Oh yeah, like this guy like fucked this dude's sister, and this dude's sister like killed like this dude's dog, and like the plots get so hilariously and twisted. It's so funny, and but it takes me back to I mean, I was a kid. I grew up on WrestleMania. I grew up on Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. So that's where
Bret the Hitman Hart.
all that stuff, man. So like to me, like there's a special place in it, but it's just something that I'm just not into. You know, I don't know.
All I know is San Antonio shows out for these events. It's kind of like classic rock in the city. You bring in Journey, the whole city is going to show up. That's a sellout. WrestleMania, the same thing. What is WrestleMania? Like, why is it called Mania? Is it like a special event? They have every single character there that, like, I know there's like the Royal Rumble where everybody goes into the ring. I don't know what WrestleMania means.
Well, it's like all the years, and even like depending on how the plot lines go throughout the year, they all kind of tie up in a way or lead to some type of like peak.
So it's like the culmination of all the soap opera drama.
Exactly.
And everything happens.
And it's supposed to, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it gets ended or there's a conclusion, I guess, but like it's just all the suspense that builds up throughout the year peaks at this time. So that's why it's like, yeah, this like super big event if you're like a wrestling fan. So, and I'm sure I'm missing maybe something out, but like I think that's like the gist of it. That's what I get from it. But I don't know, man. Like if you see it live, like it's a whole different ball game to seeing it like, you know, like on television. Because I went to, when I was living in Eugene, Oregon, I went to a wrestling event. And it was a WWE event, and it was like the funnest time. It was so fun because it kind of reminded me of like hockey. Like I can't watch hockey at all on television, but if I go to a hockey event, which I have been to one, it's like a whole different thing. It's so fun. It's like the energy.
It's the same with me for baseball. I don't like watching it on TV, but
Exactly.
if I'm at the game, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Same with soccer. Soccer's the same way.
So I think that's what it is. I think a lot of people are maybe not into it. If you actually went to an event, that means you got to spend money. I get it, time and energy, but it's totally different. So much fun. You're yelling at the people that are the bad guys or whatever. Like all that is just, you just get into it. So I don't know. I think it's fun. Check it out.
Nah. I'll leave
kill
that
a
for you
kid.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it. I never got into it. My brother was totally into that.
Well, me and your brother used to bond back in the day when he was my neighbor, and he'll come over to me and Jeff's apartment, like literally like right next door. Yeah, duh, because I said neighbor, right? But we'll watch the wrestling. It wasn't WWE. I think it was like
WCW.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what it was. WCW. And we'll come over, literally just smoke blunts and just like watch this wrestling. That was the last time I was kind of like truly into like wrestling events. And I had a fun time, but me and your brother used to watch a lot of that stuff. It was NWO. It was when Hulk Hogan turned bad, and he was
Hollywood
called,
Hulk Hogan.
It was called Hollywood Hogan, yeah,
Okay.
on the NWO. So we kind of watched that for a couple of years, and fell out of it after that. But nah, man, we smoked plenty of blunts watching that shit. It was fun.
Damn.
Yeah, it was cool.
You're smoking reefers?
Woo! You know it.
Today is National Exercise Day.
Oh man.
As someone who used to be a physical trainer, how's your exercise routine these days?
Well,
you maintaining something?
yeah. I mean, I'm doing bicep curls right now as we speak.
Obviously, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, no, I still exercise. I still try to do my best to get up into it. I mean, I was a personal trainer for like 10 years up in Austin. So I had met a lot of really, really cool people, because of that. So it was, but it kind of like, you're dealing with like, if you're a good personal trainer, you're really like, it's like, you know, it's like therapy for your clients. You know, they come to you with a lot of issues and things of that nature. So,
Uh-oh.
so you take on a lot mentally. So really, it starts to kind of wear on you just a little bit, you know. And I just figured I wanted to kind of get out of it. Plus, you know, I mean, I was kind of like having fun and partying, and you know, I just feel like
There's too much responsibility for you.
yeah, because you have to be like the, you know, the health person, you know, and you know.
Okay, I don't know who, like, the demographic of your clients, but there's a lot of personal trainers that like to steal wives. Were you that kind of personal
Fuck
trainer?
no. Hell no, man. I kept it professional all the time. Like, I remember when I was going that route, I had so many friends that were like, oh, cool, you're going to get laid so much. I was like, nah, man, I'm not. I'm actually trying to help people. Like, I'm not trying to, like, scheme on anyone's, like, wife or girlfriend, man. That's what I say. That's what they said. They're like, oh, no way. You're a douche. Yeah.
I believe Tom Brady's wife left it for a personal
Dude, like
trainer.
Tim Duncan too. Every time I see something in the news and it's like that,
It was
like,
Duncan too, yeah.
yeah, Tim Duncan, man. I was like, God damn it, you personal trainers, what the fuck you doing, dude? Like ruining it for all of us. Like, nah, man. Like I kept it like, super respectful.
Well, also you dealt with mostly senior citizens, so yeah.
Yeah, they all weren't hot, so I was like, nah, fuck it. Just kidding.
Well, I need to exercise more. I was exercising really well up until like 2022. The pandemic sparked huge exercise routine in me, obviously. Had nothing to do. I bought a recumbent exercise bike, and I lost 25 pounds over the, from 20 to 21, 22.
Yeah.
And then I stopped riding it, and it all just came right back, man.
Yeah, you got to get up on it, man.
You got to be consistent, man. Got to be consistent.
So-
What's your preferred type of workout that you do?
I mean, let's see here. I mean, I don't know. I'm so burnt out. Okay, working out sucks. Like, I just do it because, like, I'm just trying to, like,
Extend your lifespan?
I guess. Yeah, this life sucks anyways, right? So, but, so yeah, it's just all maintenance and maintaining. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm burnt out. Like, I just work out. I go through the motions. I don't have a favorite exercise thing. I just try to be healthy as much as I can. And that's it, So I mean, maybe back in the day when I was like deep in it, I'd be like, oh fuck yeah, I love shoulder presses, but but fuck that. So ain't my thing.
Yeah. Well,
I'd rather
I need to
just-
get back on that bike.
I'd
at
rather
least.
just drink some whiskey, eat some tacos,
Yeah. The
hang out with my buddies,
the
man.
San Antonio workout routine.
Are you-
Barbacoa and Big Red, yeah.
Are you gonna be doing fiesta? Speaking of the San Antonio thing, that's coming up.
We got into that last time, and no, I don't participate, man. Like, I'm not a fiesta guy.
Nah, me either.
No.
I just don't like crowds, man. I never liked that. It's not my thing.
I said this morning on the Area 210 podcast with Joe Garcia. I said, I'm not a crowd guy. I don't like fighting the crowds. I don't like paying $14 for a beer and having to get right back into the line because you're going to have to get another beer.
Yeah.
And then you wait 2 hours for a porta potty. It's not fun. I do like Taste of New Orleans. I'll say that. Because it's chill,
Well, it's crazy because there's a lot of people that don't mind all of that. So they're willing to get the hell out the house, I guess, and
Yeah.
be in a crowd, I guess. I don't know.
Well, speaking of that, Coachella is happening. Music festivals. Yeah, yay or nay? Are you someone who would like go to like Austin City Limits or Coachella? These massive, massive festivals where there's 5 stages competing for sound at the same time.
No. Short
It doesn't
answer.
sound fun, right?
No,
It
it's
may be
not.
when I was 18. I guess we're just old men yelling at clouds right now, but
We are.
yeah,
we are.
I
'Cause
went to ACL I think 2017 or 18 when Billy Idol played and the Foo Fighters were the headliners.
I was at that one.
Okay, yeah.
I guess I must have missed you, man. No, I was at that one.
I just didn't have a good time, man, because there was like The Weeknd was playing on one stage, then Florence Machine was on another stage, but they're at the same time. And it's like, if you're not right up next to the stage, you hear the bleed through from the other stages, and it's like, I wanted to see different bands, but you can't. You have to pick which one. Like if you like more than one band, you're gonna miss one of them because you got to go to the other stage.
I remember I was in between. I think it was like Coldplay, and I want to say like Red Hot Chili Peppers. So there's this weird like bleed through, and like you were saying, you just have to make those decisions, and it's like I guess festival decisions.
I'm not a festival guy.
No,
I'd rather go to an intimate concert at a small venue, where it's one band playing. Maybe they have one opener, and then you can enjoy the band you're there to see.
Well, it's definitely a young person's thing. I feel like because you have to have that energy, and you just have to like want to be around and be able to take all that, because one of the biggest fests that I went to was Bonnaroo, and that's
You went to that? Oh wow!
I did, yeah, one time over there, and I went with a really good friend of mine. At the time, we worked together at this restaurant called Pluckers, and Pluckers started in Austin, and it's like a chicken.
Oh, we got Pluckers here.
Oh yeah,
we got Pluckers.
They started in the past few years, like moving down over here. But anyways, like I was like a fry cook in the back, and he was in the front. But anyways, he kind of has a really cool, like interesting life, because he used to. I used to call him a carny, right? And I guess that's like that could be a slur, but anyways, for people in this festival industry, I guess, because they all travel together, and he had a bus, and his, I guess, business was called Vegetable Justice, where he'll dress like a clown, he'll insult everybody, and they throw tomatoes at his head, and you pay for a bucket of these rotten tomatoes because they're soft already, and you can throw them at his head. So he was like an insult clown. And and he was like very sharp witted, and he was very funny. So anyways, he was like, tell me about this. Like, yeah, I know everyone at this festival. We should go to Bonnaroo. And I was like, sounds cool. So we go, but we go there, and I was like, with a rock star, he knew everyone there. We got behind, backstage, all that stuff, and all that intensity of Bonnaroo. I was able to handle it because at the time I was like 28, 29, I guess. But looking back at it, it was a lot, man. So yeah, big crowds, nope. Ain't my thing.
A 4-day music festival in Tennessee. That's where you went?
Yeah, that's where I went.
Where in Tennessee?
Manchester, I want to say.
Yep.
Yeah,
Manchester,
like
Tennessee. I didn't even know there was a Manchester in Tennessee.
Yeah, it was that show where Kanye West was supposed to perform, or he was so late. It was like a 3-hour delay.
No way.
And
Kanye late?
Yeah, right. And he was like late, where he didn't perform until like it was literally like maybe like 4 a.m. Like I left because I was like, fuck.
So they performed like the entire time? They don't stop?
No, there's a stopping point to it, but because he was
he was late, he went on.
Like it just happened. Like he was supposed to perform to say like at 10 p.m. But by the time he came on, it was like in the morning, like 3. You know what I mean? It was just, it was like an infamous like thing that happened, I guess. So like people were like, Kanye West sucks, and like they were like graffitiing it on the wall and things like that.
He does suck.
Yeah.
He had some good music back in the day, but now he sucks.
Yeah. And this was back in like 2008 or something like that.
2008.
Something like, yeah, it was a long time ago.
Word. It is Easter Sunday this weekend. Easter also happens to fall on 4/20.
Wow.
Do you celebrate Easter?
I don't. But I also do know.
You're Mexican. You don't celebrate Easter?
If someone's having a barbecue, I'm going to go and check it out.
Mm-hmm.
But Easter and all the eggs kind of remind
Well, that's more of like a kid thing. You're not going to hunt for eggs, but you do the barbecue. It's a day of family gathering.
Well,
yes.
Easter reminds me of the first prank I ever pulled on anybody that was outside of family. And this is when I was probably maybe in 2nd grade. But my next door neighbor comes to me and says, "Hey, I got this. We got family coming over. I got this big bag of empty plastic eggs. This is like the blue, the red, like those type. I need help filling these up with candies because we have all these kids coming in." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll help out." And I'm a kid too, but I'm like, "Yeah, I'll help out. With people doing this." So we're doing this, and he takes off, like to go to the restroom, and in my head I thought, man, that'd be kind of cool if I put some dog shit in one of these things. So when one of these kids opens up this dog shit in there, I just thought as a 6-year-old that this would be the funniest prank in the world. So he does that, and I'm thinking, I'm scheming the whole time. So I go out there and I see he had this big Doberman dog.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I kind of like strategically like scooped the shit in the egg, and I put
doo-doo feces.
Yes, I smell it. And then I put it like mixed it all in this big old basket that we're like throwing the eggs in there.
And I was just like, man.
Oh, dude, I was just like, and I was just like straight face, and we got done, take it off. Well, again, Easter happens the next day, and I remember like later on that day, I get a knock on my door, and it's him, and he's like, hey man, like, did you put like dog shit in one of those eggs? And I'm like, I start laughing, like, fuck yeah, man. Do you think it was funny? It's like, no, man, like my grandma opened that and the dog shit just like landed right on her fucking dress. And I kept laughing so bad. And then I realized like, oh shit, I'm gonna get in trouble for this. He's gonna say something. But he didn't say anything to my folks. So that was the first time I did a prank and got away with it. So I got taught no lesson. I thought, oh, cool, keep doing this. You know what I mean? So,
What is it with you Germans and Shiza?
The Germans.
it's in our DNA, man.
Apparently so. Yeah.
It's like
I guess
it's blood and shit.
That's I don't know if that's a prank. I mean, I guess it is.
It's a
pretty
prank, man.
brutal prank, man.
I don't know. I thought it was funny. Yeah.
I don't know how funny it would have been to be on the receiving end of that, especially grandma. But yeah. And then how did you even like shove shit into plastic eggshells? Like,
Oh, you just like, you manipulate it. You know. I mean,
I
it's not
understand.
like I'm
It's like
picking it
Play-Doh
up.
or something. Like,
Yeah.
did you wear gloves at least?
That's what I'm saying. You manipulate
Or
it.
you just kind of like took the egg and
Yeah.
pressed down like a cookie cutter. It's
There
like,
it is. That's
yeah.
it. Yeah, I made my dookie cut. Yeah, and just cut it into there.
Dookie cut.
Yeah, so that was so Easter reminds me of my first prank that I ever pulled on anybody outside of family.
Okay.
So that's my Easter. That's
interesting.
my Easter
That's a
story.
good Easter story. I don't really celebrate Easter. I was raised a Catholic, and I did like Easter egg hunts at the church when I was growing up. But my parents kind of fell out of that. They stopped attending church, and I kind of just drifted away from Catholicism.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much
So-
like, I guess, an atheist.
I
don't
ate
know.
some bacon this morning. It's Good Friday, so I guess I'm sinning because I didn't eat fish. But it was delicious. 420 is also on Easter. Does it even matter anymore?
Well,
Like, because it used to be a big deal because that stuff was illegal. Now it's kind of like, isn't 420 like every day?
dude, like there's so much stigma to like smoking weed back in the day because when we used to smoke back in the day, right, and girls would not date you because you were a drug
Oh yeah.
user.
No, yeah. You
Right?
had
Like
to keep
you
it
were-
on the DL.
You had to keep it on the straight DL. Neighbors will straight up like will straight narc on you because they'll smell it. And yeah, man, like it's so good to finally see it like decriminalized. Like I went to the cannabis cups with a good friend of mine.
The original cannabis cups in Amsterdam?
No, this
Oh,
was
okay.
this was in Colorado. So,
Okay, this was okay.
Yeah, and I want to say this was maybe like the second or third annual like Cannabis Cups awards that they were having and
In America.
Yes, in America, and because Colorado was like the first state to like legalize it or whatever it may be.
Pioneers.
And and when you're a weed smoker and you step into a Planet K, which is like
That was the only head shop around
Yeah.
back in the day. It was Planet K and Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
And there were no other head shops in San Antonio.
dude, Planet K walking into there as like a teenager was like the ultimate like thing because
It was ridiculous.
And yeah, because you'll see like a Sublime poster or some Rock poster or whatever it may be. You'll see all these like different like instances and stuff like that.
Sex toys,
Sex toys everywhere, bongs everywhere. So it was a magical place.
water pipes. Water pipes.
Yeah, exactly.
You get kicked out if you say bong.
And yeah, and then you come across High Times. You know,
I remember, yeah.
and you'll look at High Times. You'll see all this like really crazy weed. So I remember that's
It's like
when
porno for buds.
well, that was pretty much
Yeah.
It was all
It was
different
like- it was like
angles
a-
and close-ups.
It's like
and,
it was like a Hustler magazine, but it's all weed.
Yeah.
Just pictures of spreads of beautiful golden buds.
well, it's kind of crazy because that's one of the first reasons why when I did my first trip to Europe, a part of that was Amsterdam because of when I was a kid and I'll see these the High Times. All the bud was from Amsterdam.
They
It was like-
made it like a fantasy place.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, we got to go to Amsterdam. Yeah, it's the weed capital of the world, man. And like, really, it's not that big of a deal there.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Well, it's because I went to this one coffee shop and I get to Amsterdam and I was like, okay, this is my bucket list because like I was saying, like High Times and seeing stuff. So my thing was like, I want to go get some bud, get a joint and get some coffee and just sit there and just like people watch, right? That was like the thing I wanted to cross off my list.
One of the best things to do there.
So I go to Rembrandt Square, which is one of their famous squares. They have the Rembrandt there and stuff like that, the statue. And I see that, this fucking head shop / coffee shop, and I go there and I'm looking at the bud and I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, let me get this. And, I got the joint, I got the coffee, I got the paper. I'm sitting there at Rembrandt Square watching people, living the dream. It's good. But I remember I was smoking the bud and I was like, I can get better bud, in San Antonio or in Austin. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah. So I was like, oh shit. Like, and that's when I realized, like, you know what? Like, they used to be number one. Not anymore. Like,
it was because they were the only place that embraced it.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm sure there was good underground bud going on because I don't know. I'm from the hood in San Antonio, so when my first introduction to bud was, Mexican swag brickweed.
Chale.
Duh, get some. And like it's just you spend 30 minutes getting the stems and seeds out of it, before you smoke it. And it was just like you smoke it and you get a headache. So it wasn't like pure stuff because I didn't have money to get the good shit. But yeah, not until I was older. But
yeah.
But,
so I went to Amsterdam in 2019 for the first time ever.
I didn't even know that you went to Amsterdam.
Yeah, I did. I did a London, Amsterdam, Portugal, and Spain trip.
Ooh, magical, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And so in Amsterdam, I went to the coffee shops or whatever, dispensaries, blah, blah, blah. And I was looking at the different strains and stuff, and it was like stepping in a time machine almost. It was like Maui Wowie.
Yeah.
Acapulco Gold.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, these are the things that Cheech and Chong were talking about in the 60s.
Yeah.
And then they had over here California strain, Colorado strain. And those were the ones that were just like sparkling like diamonds, like bing, 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 bing. And I was just like, yeah, let me get some of that. It's like I came all the way to freaking Holland to smoke California weed, because their weed is still based on the old strains, They're not as potent. I mean, they've obviously advanced since then, but they still had those old strains available that you would see in like High Times back in the day.
Well, it's funny because again, like back then, as things improve and get better with science and whatever, like everything just gets more like potent. And when I went to the Cannabis Cups in Colorado some years back, it wasn't even about like bud. And they called it flower. I was used to bud. They'd be like, "Oh, you smoke flower?" And I was like, "No, I smoke buds." But like, I understood what they were saying. But so even the terminology for me was different. What they smoked was like shatter, glass.
Oh yeah,
all wax, all that shit. And I don't smoke that shit.
No,
and I remember like one time, like I smoked it and I started tripping. Because me back in the day, I used to take acid. And I'll take acid on a Tuesday and I'll go like run errands. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like literally paying bills at a bank and I'm like tripping on balls.
Yeah,
and
I don't think I could do that.
No. Oh no, but I used to do this because this was like my mental like gymnastics. Like, oh, let me see if I can.
It's part of your physical fitness routine.
All day, man. Got the curls going. And
mental curls.
But going back to like, being super fucking high, it kind of reminded me of like, I'm too high. Like I'm tripping. I feel like I was on an acid trip, and
that's why I don't touch that. And then it hurts my throat too. And then it's also a felony to get caught with those concentrated stuffs here in the state of Texas, unfortunately. But that's the state of the situation right now where we live.
Well, I remember the first time me and Jeff we wanted to make brownies, and I don't mess with edibles, and I don't mess with edibles because of this first one and done situation that I was involved with.
They can hit you hard.
Dude, we got this ounce of Mexican brick nasty weed, and we're like, let's make brownies. You know what's up. Hell yeah. And then, but we don't know how to do it, so we do it all stupid. You know what I mean? Where we just like chop everything up. There's like seeds.
You didn't make butter. Is that you didn't
do any of that
you
shit.
You tried to put straight flour in the brownie batter.
Bro, it was disgusting, but
it was like eating like lawn freaking chunks.
I was licking like the bottom of someone's lawnmower like the whole time, but we make this and we're so proud of it. We're like, we think this looks cool, I guess. Like, and there's like literally stems sticking out of it. It looks like shit. So we started eating it, and me and Jeff don't know the concept of edibles, that it takes a while to hit, right? So I remember I was eating them, and I was like, I'm not feeling anything. And he's like, well, eat some more. You know, and that's like, got to eat more to feel it. So
that's your mistake right there. You should have just waited. Yep.
well, I don't know. I'm a dumbass.
Yeah.
And so I
been
eat
there.
half the pound of that. I ate half a pound of these brownies,
Yeah.
but the whole time, like the stems are like, you know, piercing my gums. Like it's not a good eating experience. Like it sucks. I'm just literally just downing weed. And I had to go to work that day. At this point, it was like 1 p.m. and I had to go to work at 5, and I was a waiter on the Riverwalk. So I'm not feeling shit. And it's getting close to, I was like, man, I got to go to work. You know what I mean? And he's like, all right, well, have fun. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna roll up a blunt. And
Oh, you even doubled it up with the smoke. You tripled it up.
because I wasn't feeling shit. I was like, man, this sucks, dude. Like brownies.
And
brownies
this
are
was
dumb.
the Mexican weed.
This is the Mexican swag
this
weed,
is
yeah.
the brick swag.
Like
the,
some
the
dude,
Reggies.
yeah, some dude named Jose smuggled it, you know, in his asshole. You know what I mean? And you know, like, this is what I'm eating, you know, digesting. So
Sounds appetizing.
yeah, it wasn't. So I'm smoking the blunt on the way to work, and I remember I kind of start giggling, you know, as I'm like listening to like Tupac or something, you know what I mean, like a serious like song, and I remember I just start giggling through it. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm kind of feeling the brownies, I guess, at this point. I parked by the Tower of America so I can walk to work, and as soon as I step out, I felt like I was like on the moon. You're like, everything was just like
Punched you in the face, bro.
dude, it literally just smacked me. And as
And I grabbed you by the boo-boo.
each step I took closer to me clocking in, it just got worse. Like I started going into this like high state to where I was like, I'm tripping balls. And I thought, I can do this. You got this, bro. Like, you know, the pep talk, you know,
You gotta talk yourself
splash
through it,
water
yeah.
on my face. Like, I can do this, man. But I remember like, I really don't remember much of that day. I remember I got sent home because they knew something was up, and I told them that I was feeling kind of sick, whatever. But I remember I was so tripped out that they sent me home 2 hours into my shift. I managed to drive home, which is fucking stupid, but I managed to drive. I'm having the cold sweats. I get home. I'm tripped out. Jeff's passed out because of the brownies. Like, he's out.
Your roommate.
Yeah, and that's my roommate. He's passed out. And I thought, I'm going to die. I'm going to, like, my heart's, like, palpitating. My breathing's weird. I feel cold. I was like, I got to call 911. And I remember I got to the phone, and I was like, dude, if you call 911, you know, like the conflict was at that time, if I'm the first person to die of weed, every congressman or
They're
woman,
gonna use you as a poster child. Yeah.
like that's why we can't legalize it, because Gary died of weed, and now every weed smoker is gonna hate me like forever. And I was like, man, dude, should I call? So that was the conflict. Like, should I call? And I remember I was like 9-1, and then I fucking passed out.
Come on.
I was that close to calling 911 because I felt like something was up. Like what happened? I just ate too much weed. I was like super fucking high, and I woke up like 3 hours later. I was like, oh my God, I'm alive. And like the phone was like laid out on the floor and all this other stuff. So that reminded me of when I smoked wax, shatter, you know, going back to that. I can't be that high.
I can't touch it.
I
Man.
just want to get a little high. I ain't trying to get fucking, I ain't trying to trip balls and hang out with Willy Wonka. Like, yeah.
Well, that might be cool, actually. You know?
Yeah, I guess so. As
long as the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka. I don't want that Johnny Depp one.
Yeah, that one will start.
Or the new
touching
one.
my thighs.
I don't want the new one. There's a newer one. They did a prequel where you see like Willy Wonka like growing up as a kid. It's the most recent one.
What?
Yeah.
I never heard about that.
Yeah, it's the most recent one they did. I forget what it's called.
Oh man.
Yeah, but anyway, shout out to, how do you say that? You're Mexican. Aguirre.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Aguirre.
What's up, bro?
You got to roll the R. There's 2 R's there. Aguirre. Thanks for correcting me. I said the head shop was Planet K and Cracker Barrel. It's Cracker Box, not Cracker Barrel.
Well, I was
Cracker Barrel is the
restaurant.
The restaurant where they force you to go through the gift shop at the beginning. Yeah.
Well, when you said that, I thought, well, maybe that's part of the gift shop. Because
Yeah,
I've never been to Cracker Barrel.
There's no bongs in the Cracker Barrel gift shop. Just a bunch of like vintage candies and overpriced decorations for whatever time of year it is. I hate the Cracker Barrel gift shop. They got great food. F that gift shop. Like, why do I have to pay in the gift shop? Why can't I just pay at the table? Yeah. Seriously. They do have some good vintage candies up in there, though. Anyways, what else? There's been this trend going around lately where everybody's creating these weird little action figures of themselves. Have you seen this?
Dude, I have, man. I've seen a few really good.
So apparently they're making these with AI. Obviously, everything's made with AI now. But I guess you can go into Chat GPT and upload a picture of yourself.
Okay.
Then tell them, hey, make an action figure out of this, blah, 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 blah. And maybe we'll try to do it for us for next time and show whatever the action figures are. But you sent me a few. I'm just going to pull them up on the screen here if we can see that. There's one of them right there.
Yeah.
This full size that.
Oh, man.
This is a Dallas Cowboys fan.
That sucks, man. Oh, damn.
They got a rusted ass ring from the 90s. They got a VHS tape of the Super Bowl win. They should have made that like a floppy disk, like photos from the Super Bowl.
Oh my God. That's so funny, man. That's so funny. The AI is so comically spot on with this shit. It's just, that's perfect.
Crying. It's our year. I need to get that shirt for some Cowboys fans.
Dude, I got a lot of family and loved ones, man, that are hardcore Dallas Cowboys
Dude, you
fans,
need to
man.
get those shirts for them. They would love it because that never expires. You could wear that every single year forever.
Sorry, Cowboys
Even when
fans.
they win, it's relevant, and when they lose, it's relevant too.
Yeah. No, it's.
Let's see if I can jump through these without pulling something weird up. So here's your Tia.
Oh, damn. See, that Nissan Altima hits hard in my heart because I have a Nissan Altima that has dents in it.
So she's all right. So Tia Torta here has a Nissan key fob. It looks like a Nissan logo there.
Yeah.
So I don't understand this reference. The Altima was like a torta car?
No, which is that's pretty funny, torta car. But kind of reminds me of like the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Yeah.
Torta car, but that literally is, I guess the hood car is the Nissan Altima. I didn't know this at all.
I had no idea.
Because I have a Nissan Altima.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I've had it for like 13 years, and when I got it like 13 years ago, I didn't know that this was like a hood car. But it makes sense, I guess. But through the years of having the Nissan Altima, it looks super fucking hood because the tint is all bubbled out now, and of course the Texas sun has beaten
you got
paint job,
faded paint, peeling, rusting.
Dude, yeah. So we're all part of like the bald crew, you know, when you see that, because it's like, you know, you see the Altima,
it's just pure metal on the top.
It's just straight up. It's just so bald. It looks like it's like a Gorbachev. Like
I had no idea that was a thing. Like. People leave comments. Tell me how this is a thing. Was it Altima or driving a Nissan
Altima?
A thing with
it's a hood.
The community, the hood.
It's a hood. It's a hood car, man. No, my car looks super hood right now. Like, but I like it. I'm like, people leave me alone. I like to get out of my way.
I like how they got the check engine light, because obviously the check engine light is lit on your Nissan Altima at all times. Normally they'll put like a sticker over it so you don't see it. It's not there, you know, like you just have a little sticker there.
Yeah, I see. I have a flat tire sign. That's
you got the low tire pressure sign.
It's been on for 13 years. It's just not going away. The sensors went bad. Yeah,
you need a new TPS sensor. She's got the Takis, which I don't like those things. I think they're gross, man.
They're too.
It's too condensed.
Yeah.
It's like I want a thin tortilla. I don't want like a tortilla chip rolled into a tight crepe or whatever the hell they are. Awful.
Yeah.
Nice job with the pronunciation, Holmes. Aguirre. I got it right.
Way better than me. What I would have done.
Thanks, Aguirre. Appreciate you listening live. Do you have a Tia like this, Aguirre, that drives a Nissan and gets the Haas-sized stripe fountain drink and wears Crocs and has rose tattoos.
I love the tattoos, man. The tattoos are spot on.
And then you got the three babies, but obviously one of them is from a different father.
They all are.
They're probably all.
They all are. San Antonio.
It's ridiculous. What else did you send me? I'm going to skip to the next one. We got another Cowboys fan here. So this is, the other one was better.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's not as good. Do Cowboys fans smoke Newports?
Probably. Yeah.
I feel like that's not a thing. And what's that broken thing there? I don't get it. Anyway, moving along. No. That's wrong.
That's
dude.
so fucked up, man. That's so bad.
See, I feel like Newports or Cools could have worked here, but
No.
this is bad, man.
So bad.
I'll be right back. Going to the store for milk and
Bye.
six.
Be right back. Damn, that's bad. Oh, damn it.
What does the tax refund have to do with it?
Oh, you claim the kids. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Like I know. Like
That one's awful.
that's
I
pretty
can't.
strong.
I shouldn't be laughing at that.
That's freaking.
What else did you send me?
Oh, damn. Now, audience, take a look at this measuring stick. Damn, that's like HEB, like supermarket black feet.
Oh
Right.
man. So apparently, depending on how much dirt on your feet, shows how good of a time you had at Fiesta.
I think this is the perfect meme. Whoever like made this, they're geniuses because this is the perfect measuring stick to your time at Fiesta and how much fun you're having. Like, read it out loud.
Are there really women walking around barefoot at Fiesta?
Have you? I mean, you haven't been to Fiesta. I have. Like,
Did you
Yeah.
see? Did you see the lady who took a swim in the Riverwalk the other day?
I heard about
Did
that.
you see this?
What's the story behind that?
They said that they were like, oh, the first Fiesta Sucia has risen from the water. Fiesta
Fuck
time
yeah,
is here.
dude. Yeah, that is it. That's our.
It was just some drunk random. I don't know if it was a tourist. She was obviously, you look like a Mexican lady, so I don't know if she was a tourist or just a drunk local. But she's like over there by like Casa Rio or something, like right in the main area of the Riverwalk, and she just hops right in all her clothes, just bathing in there, rubbing her hair, just having a good old time in that green ass water.
I really hope that this becomes like a groundhog moment because once you see a Sucia in the Riverwalk, that means it's Fiesta time.
That's what they were saying. Yeah,
yeah.
They were like, as
that.
soon as the third one rises up, we know it's for real. It's Fiesta time.
And I guarantee you, her feet were like the one on the right there, and she's just trying to maybe wash them. They got washed.
Maybe
up
that
by
was it. She didn't want to be the 12 beers in.
Yeah. She's trying to cover the evidence up. That to me, this is perfect. This sums up Fiesta, I think, in a really good way.
Man, yeah. And the cops came and just got her out of the water. Like, and she was like, "Help me out, officer." He pulls her out.
God, man, she's going viral too because everyone remembers the original, Sucia, right? Like that girl with the glasses. She kind of has a gut. She's always drunk, being buck wild, and she's been doing that for years.
You talking about my ex-wife? No.
Yeah, she's been underground for a little bit now because she definitely, but she got the official.
Well, we got a new one
title.
now. We
We got our new one, man.
What else did you send me? Oh, we got the RGV action figure, the 956 area code Toxica from the Rio Grande Valley here. Also drives a Nissan, apparently.
Of course, we all do.
I guess so. She's just been evicted. She got negative. Is that a negative? Negative 1,300 in the bank account right there.
God.
We got an air mattress. Got Plan B. Accountability is not included. But look at that.
But
that's like the Kim Kardashian body type, right?
Exactly. That's why she's always going to get the pass, and I can change her.
Yeah. I don't know about those chanclas, though. She got the pink furry chanclas. And the flaming hot Cheetos, of course.
Gotta have them.
From the RGV 956 Toxica. Did you send me anything else? Oh, we got a Mexican girlfriend, which these are all about around the same thing here.
Yeah, pretty much. I like the
No
little
accountability. Chihuahua. She's got, what is that there? Is that Al Pastor?
Yeah.
Not sure.
Al Pastor.
She's got the Is that supposed to be some kind of AI Selena CD?
Yes.
They didn't do a good job on generating Selena. And then we got the Tajin, the spice,
Yep.
Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
And then we just got like text messages with some AI gibberish on it. And
Do you remember, I don't know if this might be past your time, but how big it was in Texas when Selena got killed? Because her killer got denied parole.
she just got denied parole about a month ago, yeah. Yolanda something. Good.
Yeah,
you know?
good. Yeah, fuck that bitch.
She shouldn't be let go. I mean, she murdered
She
Selena.
murdered somebody. Yeah. Fuck
Honestly,
that
I didn't
bitch.
know who Selena was before she died.
No, you didn't know?
No,
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Well, see,
Everyone started crying in middle school, and now I know.
Well-
Everyone showed up with like airbrushed
Yep.
T-shirts they got at North Star Mall with Selena and like.
What the trucks will have full murals on their hoods and on their side, Selena Forever. And I remember, again, this was a super big deal. Some of the first, like I learned how to dance actually was because of going through quinceañeras and weddings as a little kid, with the family or friends, through, Selena songs.
Mm-hmm.
They always were the staple. Woo! And they always were jamming. So I actually learned how to dance through her song. So it was a big deal. Was I a super fan? No, I wasn't. But I loved the fact that she was like repping and she was like a beautiful like chick with talent.
I had no clue who she was until I saw the actual the movie. Well, I knew who she was. I heard about all the headlines, but I had no clue of like how prolific a star she was in this genre. And she died young, man.
Anything for Salinas.
Woo!
Died young.
Forever.
But yeah, they did do. It was some kind of anniversary for her this weekend. There's a whole bunch of Selena celebrations this weekend.
Well, I was gonna say I thought I stumbled I mean, there's always like contests, like Selena lookalike contest, I guess, and things of that nature. But I do believe there was a contest in San Antonio that was like there. I saw there was a promotion
Like
happening.
Selena lookalikes?
Lookalikes, contacts, things like that.
So,
yeah.
might have been some good scenery at that event.
Dude, all day I'm going to that. I'm going to check that out. Hell yeah.
Word. All right, before we get out of here, I wanted to bring up this thing. Are you a fan of the San Antonio Missions and baseball in general?
I mean,
Have you ever been to a game?
it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a long
You know
time.
where the park is, right?
Yes, I do.
Way the fuck out.
Yep.
Yeah. Nelson Wolf, a.k.a. Nucky Thompson Stadium,
Yeah.
out there on the south side, which it's far. Would you go to more Missions games if the stadium was closer?
How closer though? Because
Let's say we tear down the soapbox apartments near Fox Tech High School and build a stadium right there. Would you go?
yes, I'll go.
All right. Well, that being said, the new ballpark is going to be in the current location of the soapbox apartments downtown.
Oh
They
shit.
now have an architect for the new ballpark. It's going to hold 4,500 people, and it's being built by the same architects that built Yankee Stadium, the Kansas City Royals Stadium, and the Pittsburgh Pirates Stadium. Hell yes,
Okay.
San Antonio. It's about freaking time. I love Missions games. Too far.
Well, we'll check
Too
out
far
our-
to go.
Well, I kind of live in that area, so for me, it's not far at all, I guess, for that.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to check out a game when they move. I didn't know they were moving.
They are moving. This is scheduled to be completed in 2028 in time for the 2028 season. So that's 3 years. That's not even that long. That's actually quick to build an entire baseball stadium and to tear it down and kick all those people out of the soapbox apartments.
Well, we got to check one out. Let's do that. It's
I'm
kinda-
definitely going to check it out. Nolan Ryan, who is the current owner of the Missions, along with San Antonio Spurs' own Manu Ginobili.
nice.
Did you know he owns the Missions now?
Not at all, man.
Yep.
One of my favorite Spurs.
He's a co-owner of the Missions along with Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan said, quote, "The Missions play in the worst stadium in all of minor league baseball."
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
So when Nolan Ryan says that, you got to make moves, dude.
Yeah.
You got to build a new stadium for the Missions. And I'm excited to see this. I've been to maybe 5 Mission games in my entire life. I would consider season tickets
Okay.
for downtown.
Yeah, it's been a while. The last time my cousin was a pitcher, and he worked in the minor leagues as a pitcher under Tulsa. And I forgot what they're called, but it's like the Tulsa whatever.
Sod Poodles or something.
Yeah, the Tulsa Tornadoes probably. The Tulsa Dickheads. Yeah. Just shitting on my cousin. No, but he was a pitcher, so I remember the last
They're
time.
the Tulsa Drillers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Drillers.
So last time I was at a Missions game he was playing against the Missions, and I went to go support him. So that was the last time, which was a long time ago.
AKA the Flying Chanclas, the Missions. I love when they do that. They have like the alternate name day.
Yeah.
And so they switch to the Flying Chanclas and all their, it's a stereotype from,
Do they still do the Puffy Taco?
Yes,
Canary
yeah,
Taco
they
run?
still do it.
That is badass.
The Puffy Taco race.
Oh,
yeah, they
that's
still
so
do
cool.
it. You have to have these bits in minor league baseball. Minor league baseball is all about the bits in between the play because that's what brings the people in and makes people have a good time. I'm excited. I love baseball live. Baseball is one of my favorite sports live.
I agree.
Hands down, one of the best.
All right, well, we're checking out a show. So
Well, we'll definitely be going. Maybe I can get a media pass if this podcast blows up. Hopefully.
fingers crossed.
Manifest it. All right, man. Well, damn, I can't believe it's already been an hour? Really?
Oh, nice. Hell
And
yeah.
I didn't even have a drink of alcohol during the show. Damn. No. I do have some Japanese plum wine.
We'll drink
some sochu, not soju, which is Korean. Sochu, not like Jerry Seinfeld. He's soju. This is sochu, which is Japanese plum wine, and I'm about to pour us a glass of that right now.
We're cracking that.
Exactly. Coming up on Monday, I will be live with the Biggest Puma on Sports Cave Live at 8 p.m. Tune in for your sports fix there. I'm sure we'll break down the NBA playoffs are happening this weekend. The Mavericks, I believe, are in the play-in game against the Grizzlies. And the Spurs actually need the Mavericks to win because somehow it helps the Spurs draft pick next year.
Okay.
And the Hawks are also in the play-in game, I believe. And they need to lose too because the Spurs have the Hawks draft pick. So the more games the Hawks lose, the better the Spurs' chances to go up in the draft. So let's hope all that happens in the NBA playoffs this weekend. Yeah, right.
Or at least next year.
They're
next
not
year
playing. They're not. Yeah, it was a disappointing year.
Oh well.
Wemby hasn't found. He hasn't found that thing yet that elevates him from, he's number one draft pick to great player. He needs to take the leap, take the step to become the franchise guy we expect him to be.
Yeah, he will. He had a blood clot. I mean, he has to rest, man. He'll come
Even
back.
though, even before the blood clot, he was all right. He's not great. He's not great. He's good. He's good.
He's on a right trajectory.
Aguirre says he will absolutely go to more games because nobody wants to go out to Nucky Thompson Stadium on the south side.
Well, all three of us are.
I only drive out there to go to
going.
Pick and Pull. That's like the only reason to go out there.
Well, all three of us are going to go, so that's what we're going to do.
We should host like an LG's house night at the new stadium. 3 years from now, if this show's still live, I'm going to host a LG's house night at whatever the hell they call the new stadium. Hopefully they name it like Ron Nierenberg Stadium or something. Like, don't name it Nelson Wolf, please. Sorry. We're probably going to get like shadow banned now because I've been bashing the Nucky Thompson of San Antonio, Mr. Nelson Wolf.
It's over.
Who's been out of politics for years, but he still controls the city. Anyway, you've been listening to LG's House. You can follow me on all my socials at DJLG210. I will be back with another show next week. I'm not sure when. Hopefully I can do it on Monday. I'm trying to get these done every day. I would love to do this show daily, but it's hard to find the consistency we need. But I'm going to be rotating host in and out to try and make that happen. Maybe I have to host a show solo one day. Who knows?
Hey, do it, man.
It might happen. Hey, if I got people in the chat helping me out, we can go. We can do like an Ask Me Anything. You want me to spill the tea on why I'm no longer within the building? Maybe we do an Ask Me Anything. Yep. Why did I walk away from my former podcast?
Ooh, here we go.
Do you want to know?
Ooh.
Maybe next episode. That's
Next
what we
episode
call
of Jerry Seinfeld.
That's what we call a radio tease right there.
Yeah.
Professionals, both of us. Professionals. You've been listening to LG's House. Music provided by the great Gene Centeno.
The best. What's up, Gene? We got to talk about him next, man. That
We got to have that dude on.
Oh,
Yeah.
please, we do.
Maybe I gotta give Gene a call.
Yes, please do. I love that, man.
I love you.
Okay, cool. I'll take it.
And I love all you viewers, listeners, YouTubers, Thunderdomers,
Yeah.
in the buildingers, whatever the hell you are. As long as you're listening to us, supporting your local San Antonio people,
Get it.
I'm all about you.
Love y'all. Peace.
Y'all take it easy. Have a good weekend. Good Easter. Don't smoke too much of that marijuana. Late.